Hey there, I'm Robert Reeves and Happy New Year! This is our first weekly spiritual guidance for 2017. So we'll see what comes up this week. It is an exciting week because this week on the 5th of January is my birthday. So I'll actually be getting a little bit older. And this year is a big birthday and I'm turning 30. Now, some of you might have thought I was older. Hopefully, more of you thought I was younger. But either way, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna turn 30. And because I'm just so cool, I've just got a couple of my family members coming over, and what I've decided to do, because as I said, I'm so cool, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of different waters available. So different mineral waters that I've ordered online and gotten from all over the place. That some are sparkling, some are still. As I'm saying this out loud, I think how boring this sounds to everybody other than me. To me it sounds fun. And there'll be like, I don't know, half a dozen different types of waters that I'm gonna make everybody try. Because when I go to a friend's house or when we go to any kind of parties, I don't drink alcohol, so I usually take some kind of mineral water with me. And people are always making fun of me because they're like, isn't water just water? Why can't you drink the water out of the tap? Now, this is my little point to them so that they can taste it and see all these waters are actually different and they taste different. So, I'm sure I'll send you some photos of those and put those online so you can see just how cool I really am. But anyway, this week is our first week of 2017. And as always, every year I will be releasing a 2017 video. I'm going to talk about different flowers, crystals, and all sorts of things you can work with this year to really be supportive and to help you achieve your goals and dreams in 2017. And of course, I'm also going to give you my feelings and impressions about what I think this year is going to be like. Okay, but this week, the first week of January, the first week of 2017, I want you to think of a question. What would you like guidance about right now? And it might be, what is the message for 2017 that your angels would like to give you? Okay, and I'm going to ask that all of those prayers, all of those intentions go into my Flower Therapy Oracle cards so that I can pick the perfect card for you this week. All right. As always, I just shuffle until I feel that guidance to stop. Sometimes a card will try to escape, and I know that that's the card for you, but sometimes it'll just feel like, okay, that's enough, and then I'll choose that card from the top. Okay, so see like this one down the bottom, it was a little more resistant. I'm taking that one. All right, so our first reading for 2017 is Past Life Healing. Now this comes up when we have some sort of cycle or some kind of pattern that keeps happening. So maybe you feel like, oh, is this year just going to be like every other year? Is it going to be the same struggle that we had in 2016? Is it going to be the same difficulties or obstacles or hurdles? Maybe there's a part of you that feels like if I go through the same thing again, I'm not going to get any further. And maybe you feel like there's a bunch of things that keep getting in the way, like distractions or even just other jobs that come up that are slowing you down on your spiritual progress. And we can get frustrated with ourselves when that happens. And we start to feel guilty or that we're not spending enough time on our purpose. But all those little things that you are doing are helping. And they're important at the time, aren't they? Otherwise you wouldn't be doing them. But what this card tells us is that we don't want to look at this cycle as happening again, because this year is completely different and is a time that you've never lived before. So we don't want to look to the past, but instead let's look towards the future this time. Let's look at the best possible outcomes and how using all those skills that you have could really allow 2017 to be incredible. Think about that. Think of everything that you already know. All those tools you have, all the books you've read, all the classes you've taken. Think of all that knowledge that you've got inside. Now think about what would happen if you used all of that. We hear things like, oh, meditation is good for us because it clears our head and allows divine guidance to come in. How often are you meditating? We know these things. We know these things are good for us, but sometimes we aren't really practicing everything that we know. So it might be time to pull out those books again, to retake those online classes, or to go to some new workshops to refresh the information that you've got. Because already what I feel is 2017 is a time to start using all of that information. We don't want to repeat the same cycles. We don't want to look to the past. We want to go forwards. We want to move in that direction of our future that we really do want, not the stuff that we don't want. That's not going to help anyone. So let's focus on the best possible solution. This also tells us that there's this process of you remembering your abilities, remembering your guidance, because you have those tools inside of you. And chances are, in many lifetimes, you've already been doing this stuff. You've already been talking to your angels, being sensitive to energies, maybe being a healer or a psychic. And maybe in those lifetimes it was more frightening or more scary. But this lifetime, people love us. People love that you're intuitive and that you are more sensitive and that you have those extra insights that other people don't get. So don't push it down anymore. Start to embrace who you are. Because that's what's going to make this year so much more enjoyable and bring out those miracles and those blessings that you've been praying for. So I don't want you to just go through the motions in 2017. I want you to think about what it is you really want. What kind of life do you desire for yourself and for your family? And then go for it. Don't let anything get in the way. Don't take no for an answer, and don't give up. Keep pressing forward, because I know you can do this. Your angels know that you can do this. It's just a matter of putting in that effort, putting in that intention, and soon enough, you'll have achieved those dreams. And that's when we take time to just be grateful, to notice everything we've already done, everything we've already learned, and allow that to kind of integrate within our system and kind of change our lives for the better using that. So be that inspiration. Don't give up on the dreams. Don't live in the past. Let's move forward this year. Okay? So already we're getting powerful messages for 2017. I don't want you to buy into the fear. There's some people throwing that fear energy around. Ignore it. Let's not go down that track. Let's instead focus on the light, focus on how we can help these situations by sharing our love and our blessings. So I can't wait to share all this information about 2017 with you. So make sure you keep checking out your emails from me or on Facebook or YouTube. So please make sure you keep an eye out for that, because there are going to be some fun things that I want to give you tips for to make sure this year is as awesome as it could be. So I can't wait to talk to you again soon. Have an awesome week. And as always, may all of your dreams come true.